News, winner of the 2022 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for the Culture Club.
KUAM News Hotspot is brought to you by
Pacific Points, Do More, Get More, and Calvo Enterprises, Inc.
Hapere Guam, I'm Jason Salas. It is Wednesday here. This is the Hotspot, and we are a day away from a big holiday, one of our very favorites. We got a lot of sayings here in Harmon, but one of our favorite acronyms, Thanksgiving stuffing. And we are ready for it, so let's go.
The menu, brought to you by King's Restaurant, always open, always local, and Ruby Tuesday Guam, home of the Fresh Garden Bar.
On your mid-morning show today, a woman has been caught allegedly smuggling meth into jail. Up north, Tomas joins us as a trade school prepares to donate meals to victims of crime in a shelter that caters to that community. Also in Boca Talks, Jess Rosario will talk portion controlling during the holidays. You want to listen up if you are one of those people, and Thanksgiving safety tips for you. But right off the top, one woman was delivering items to an inmate in jail and ended up staying the night herself after being caught smuggling drugs. 28-year-old Lani Lynn Ariola has been charged with drug possession with the intent to deliver the substance as well as promoting prison contraband. While screening the items, court documents state officers found meth hidden inside a pair of shoes. Well, Guam's finest may have found one man's wallet left at the crime scene, but the defense claims that does not mean that he robbed a Harmon business. Trials underway for A.J. Toves in Superior Court. He stands accused of robbery reported over the summer at Valencia check cashing services. Prosecutors show surveillance video capturing the moment when employees ran out of the room to hide. One of those staffers testified on the stand at trial.
That time there's no customer at all. And then my coworker is supposed to be helping the guy who come in. Okay. And then we're just shocked because he had a gun, and then we go.
Toves is facing charges of second-degree robbery in connection to the July armed robbery event. Trial is ongoing downtown. Well, let's head up north in the KUAM News Zoom room where our Tomas Manglona is joining us. And he's got students and educators from the Northern Marianas Technical Institute, the trade school on Saipan, as they are donating meals for the holidays.
Yes, Jason, Thanksgiving is a day early here in the NMI because students here at the training school at NM Tech prepared meals for Guma Esperanza, one of the women's and children's shelter. And joining us now is the marketing and outreach director of NM Tech, who helped also put all of these meals together for those in the shelter, is Ben Babata. Ben, thanks for joining us. Can you tell us what was the decision to make this donation for the second year in a row?
So we wanted to teach our students that when you cook and we teach you the skills, you can use that for the community as well. So we had our students cook and prepare meals yesterday and today for the Guma Esperanza Thanksgiving holiday meal.
And we were just talking to Inas Holkog, who's the culinary instructor here, who guided those students along. They were up since 7:30 this morning preparing those meals. What did you prepare for the shelter?
Today I did the vegetables. The students cut it yesterday, and then I helped with the vegetables today.
All right, and I also saw you guys donated ham. What other things, what other meals did you hand over?
Yeah, so the ham was actually donated by Isla, which is a nonprofit local fishing organization. But we also prepped a steamed vegetables, gravy, mashed potato, and traditional stuffing.
Right, so we heard from Caridad, Laurie Ogumoro, expressing her gratitude to NM Tech. For those who might be just learning of NM Tech for the first time, you don't just do culinary. This is a training school. It's a holistic school. Can you tell us what programs are offered here before we go?
Yes. In January, we will be continuing our courses in automotive technology, culinary arts, hotel hospitality, and construction. And in the construction, we have welding, HVAC, carpentry, and electrical.
All right, Ben Babata again with NM Tech, and the Thanksgiving spirit is very much alive and well in this holiday season. Students getting up early to create these meals, Jason, and we'll have more tonight on Primetime.
All right, thanks so much, Tomas, and happy holidays to you and your family up there in the NMI. Sebi-sama piki. All right, a family tradition continues strong to this day, as for 21 consecutive years, our friends at Quality Distributors have marked the start of the holiday season with a large donation to Salvation Army Guam. The program relies solely on the donations of the community to help families in need, and Quality has played a big role in this partnership. Tuesday, over at Tidsin, they received yet another generous donation. On behalf of the Salvation Army Guam, the program coordinator extended her thanks to Edson Lai and his very dedicated team for making the donation possible. Quality Distributors to date has donated over $30,000 worth of food, to include 4,800 cans of tulip and 10,000 pounds of rice. In the mainland, the president issued the second Thanksgiving turkey pardon of his presidency, sparing 2 birds from North Carolina. The South Lawn ceremony had the president fulfilling a tradition that goes back 3/4 of a century. Natalie Brand has more.
In a decades-old tradition, President Biden kicked off the holiday week.
There's no ballot stuffing, there's no foul play.
By pardoning 2 turkeys named Chocolate and Chip.
Based on their temperament and commitment to being productive members of society, I hereby pardon. I hereby pardon Chocolate and Chip.
The pair from North Carolina got the full red carpet treatment in the nation's capital, even ruffling a few feathers during their hotel stay.
2 years ago, we couldn't even safely have Thanksgiving with large family gatherings. Now we can.
The president also used the occasion to remind people to get their booster and flu shots before gathering with loved ones this holiday season.
We have new COVID vaccine updates to deal with, new variants to protect you and your loved ones. So get it today.
First Lady Jill Biden and a fellow Army National Guard mom welcomed the official White House Christmas tree Monday, an 18.5-foot fir from a Pennsylvania farm. The president and First Lady also traveled to North Carolina Monday evening to serve meals at a dinner for military service members stationed at Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point.
1% of you represents 99% of the public. You're all volunteers. You all just show up.
The Friendsgiving meal is part of the White House Joining Forces initiative to support military and veterans' families.
All right, please stay tuned, because when the hotspot continues, we go out to the Boca Box downtown, where Jess Rosario is standing by and has some pro-level tips about how you don't have to go all out and still enjoy a good holiday meal. That's coming up.
Mic check, mic check.
I can't make that amount work right now.
Mom,
what is it?
Can I get new basketball shoes?
We'll see.
Can I please have $20 for my field trip?
I don't know. Can I go to my friend's house after school?
Anak, hindi pwede.
We're all trying our best to make ends meet. The governor's childcare programs are helping businesses and working families care for Guam's kids. This ad is paid for with funds administered by the Department of Public Health and Social Services. Visit guamchildcare.com to apply today.
Hello, I'm Gunnery Sergeant Ruben Tan from Marine Corps Base Camp Blas, personally asking you to join me in supporting the Marine Corps Toys for Tots program by collecting new and unwrapped toys for children this year. The Toys for Tots program, now in its 13th year on island, has partnered with the Chamber of Commerce, Matson Navigation Company, Catholic Social Services, and the Salvation Army to make this holiday season a time to remember for kids and teens throughout Guam. You may drop off your new and unwrapped toys between now and December 10th in any of our boxes throughout Guam or at the KUAM studio. We ask that when purchasing this year, please also remember gifts for older children and young teenagers. On behalf of the U.S. Marine Corps and the KUAM Care Force, we thank you for coming together and sharing the spirit of this holiday season.
Pacific Points is more rewarding with friends. From now until December 31st, get 300 bonus points for every friend you refer that signs up and earns points. Both you and your friends will enjoy awesome rewards like free Shell fuel, rebates on your IT&E bills, vouchers at Foodies, and United Mileage Plus miles. Plus, earn more points to upgrade your membership tier and enjoy even more exclusive rewards. Learn more at PacificPoints.com or download the app. Pacific Points. Do more, get more.
KUAM News, winner of the 2022 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for the Culture Club.
Okay, welcome back to the Hotspot. We are going to talk now about what it means to truly practice being PC. No, I'm not talking about personal computer or politically correct and everything. Nobody wants that these days anymore. We're talking about portion control. That's a time of the year it is because the holidays are upon us, and it is imperative to each and every one of us that we don't go overboard when it comes to partaking. I mean, the table is wonderful, but how can you actually get the best portion to let you get your nourishment and not pack on those pounds? Who better to answer that very question than Jess Rosario, who is downtown at the Boca Box. He is standing by and has news you need to know when you hit the table tomorrow. Hafide and happy holidays, Jess.
Hafide Guam, welcome back to the Hotspot at the Boca Box. My name is Jess Rosario. I am the nutrition professional and owner here at the Boca Box, and it is the day right before Thanksgiving, and we are busy in the kitchen, and I'm sure you guys are going to be too come tomorrow. Our kitchen has been super busy the past couple of days just preparing and making Thanksgiving meals. We've had about probably over 20-something turkeys that we've had to cook, and our day has been starting early and ending kind of late, but it's all fun for us. One of the things I love about the holiday seasons, besides cooking, because I really like cooking and making food for people, is also enjoying time with family, but big thing for me is also trying the food that everyone's making at the parties. Now, if you're like me and you've been doing really good on your diet, I'm about 6 weeks in and I've kind of dropped maybe about close to 10 pounds already. I feel really good, and usually I would take a look at our holiday season and kind of dread it just because I'm going to be going to a lot of parties and I'm going to be tempted to eat a lot of the food that's out there. But I got some things that I do that'll help you stay on track with your diet, and so that you're not going overboard and regretting eating and picking out, you know, and feeling just bad the next day. So I got some things that I'm going to share with you that I do personally. One of the things that I wanted to discuss, right, is right off the bat, when it's Thanksgiving and when it's the holiday season, we always have to be realistic with ourselves. I know I always tell you guys this, but it's true. When you're on a diet, don't be too restrictive. Be realistic about your approach to trying to lose weight and staying healthy. You're going to be around family, you're going to have fun, but there are still ways that you can maintain your weight. There's still some things that you can do so that you stay on track and you're not going overboard. The first thing that I do whenever I go to a party is I scan the table. I literally go up to the table and I look at everything that's on there just so I can kind of plan out what I'm going to eat. And I take a mental note of, okay, what veggies do I have? What are the proteins on there? What are the things that, you know, I kind of want to eat, but I shouldn't be eating too much of? And then I'll kind of like portion everything, right? You got to remember that when you're eating, especially during the holiday season, that food is not bad. We don't want you to have a negative relationship with food. We want you to enjoy food because that's life. Enjoy life. Enjoy the things that's given to us, right? Food is not bad. Too much of anything is bad. So once we start to go overboard, once we start to not care about the portions and not care about what we're eating or putting into our body, that's where things kind of go south. So let's look at some things that we can do to keep us on track. Again, I look at the table, look at the whole spread that's on there. Look at the rice, look at the breads, look at the turkey, look at the ham, look at the steamboat, look at the lumpia, the kelagwins, the salads, whatever it is, right? And plan out what you do. Now, more than likely, you're not going to have meals like this in a container at your family parties. What you are going to have is a regular plate, right? And so here are some things that I do. I grab 2 plates, and no, I don't fill both plates up with food and make it pile high. The first plate I have is full of salad. Now, I do this so that I ensure that I'm getting the food that my body really needs, nutrient-rich foods, things that are good for me. And it's also going to fill me up before I start getting into the other stuff. Because if I start eating all the other things before I eat my salad, I'm probably not going to get to this. So always look at eating your veggies. Scan the table, but look for your veggies first. And I go with a full plate of salad just so I get it out of the way. Then, after I get my full plate of salad, I'll go back to the table, and then I'll look at dividing my plate into something like this. One of so the first tip was scan the table, look at the food. The second was to make sure that you're eating your vegetables. The third tip that I have is to eat more protein. Now, what's good about eating more protein is it gets you more satiated. That means it gets your body to be full without adding on so many calories, right? The foods that we kind of want to stay away from and not have too much on our plate are our carbohydrates, because those are more calorie rich, and a lot of times they're not very nutrient dense. So we want to eat foods that have lots of nutrients, lots of vitamins and minerals, but not a lot of calories. So I will go at least half of my plate of protein, whether that's turkey, ham, chicken Kelloggin, ribs, or whatever it is, right? I'll make half my plate protein. I will then look at minimizing my carbohydrate intake. I'm not a big carbohydrate guy. I don't really like rice. If I do eat rice, it's usually only in sushi, but for Thanksgiving, you're going to have like mashed potatoes, you're going to have yams, you're going to have a lot of other things that are high in carbohydrates. So we want to kind of reduce that. So I will take about a quarter of my plate, and that'll focus on things that are high in carbs. The other quarter of my plate, I'll add more veggies, but these are the veggies that are now cooked. So things like at my family parties, one of the things that I really love to eat is hagansuni. That's kind of spinach with coconut milk and doni and lemon. I'll go for that, or I'll go for roasted vegetables, or what other, things with vegetables in it, or like crab salad, right? Broccoli, mayo, and imitation crab, or if you're fancy, then it's real crab. But I'll make quarter of my plate things that have more vegetables on it. So if you're really looking at your whole getup for what you're eating in one sitting, you're eating a lot of veggies, not a lot of carbs, but you're eating a good amount of protein as well. And this is how I do it whenever I'm at Thanksgiving, or I'm at Christmas, or I'm at any family party, right? So again, scan the table, make sure you're eating your vegetables, load up on protein instead of loading up on carbohydrates and other things, right? And then one of the other tips that I have is to enjoy your food, but enjoy the desserts that are out there. Don't be too restrictive. Now, I said that food is good, but too much of anything is bad. Usually people will get to the dessert table and they'll load their plate with all of these nice, delicious desserts. My tip is to not devour them, but take small pieces of them so that you're just enjoying it. Bite-sized pieces so that you can enjoy different desserts and you're not eating like 3 pies and 4 cookies and whatever else is out there, right? We still need to have some sort of balance, and we still need to be able to have portion control over what we're doing. So portion your desserts, make sure you're enjoying your food. The other tip I have is stay away from sugary beverages. That just adds needless calories to your meal. But enjoy your food, have fun, and most importantly, take the time and enjoy your family and be thankful for what God has given us every single day. I'm Jess from the Boca Box on the HotSpot, and I'll see you guys next week, and enjoy your Thanksgiving.
All right, Jess, man, hey, holiday blessings to you and your family and your team down there at the Boca Box. Man, we appreciate it, bro, and thank you for the eating tips. Remember, including all of my coworkers. You heard what Jess said. That's, I got the man on the show, so he knows better than everybody else. You can indulge a little bit, but you can still be smart about it, because we don't want to burden the bathroom like later on. So, that's a different topic. All right, we have a topic for you now, our weekly question, and this week we asked, what's your favorite part of Thanksgiving? This doesn't necessarily mean just the food. I mean, I like football. Then again, that's just me. Many of you responded to us on Instagram and on Facebook. And over on IG, being around family, writes Komaib. Very, very good. Being around family That's also nice. Another user on Instagram, Earns Cass, says, when it lands on my birthday. Thank you, Mom and Dad. That is cool. I want to say that's the comment of the year right there. And if you happen to be born on the day when we give thanks, happy early birthday to you. Happy birthday! I'm probably going to voice that in about 35 minutes. Well, the West Side is the best side. Another really cool Instagram handle says, the food most definitely. And we hope that you and your family partake, but do so very, very well. We hope you have a wonderful lunch or dinner. Sublime 2015 says, figuring out whose house we are having dinner at. Ooh, who's hosting this year? That's always a big one. And then Evan Corey, also on Instagram, says, Christmas decorations. You know, I gotta share with you guys, we've never done Christmas decorations on Thanksgiving at my place, but that is not a bad idea. I'm seeing like a lot of people on Snapchat and on TikTok right now, they've already got their Christmas trees up. They got the whole shebang. So happy holidays to all of you from all of us at The Link. All right, time for another quick break, but we got more cool stuff coming up. Did I say The Link? I meant the HotSpot. I'm already thinking about the turkey, so please stay tuned. We're back after this.
Can't make that amount work right now.
Mom,
What is it?
can I get new basketball shoes?
We'll see.
Can I please have $20 for my field trip?
I don't know. Can I go to my friend's house after school?
Anak, hindi pwede.
We're all trying our best to make ends meet. The governor's childcare programs are helping businesses and working families care for Guam's kids. This ad is paid for with funds administered by the Department of Public Health and Social Services. Visit guamchildcare.com to apply today.
Half a day. I'm Gunnery Sergeant Ruben Tan from Marine Corps Base Camp Blas, personally asking you to join me in supporting the Marine Corps Toys for Tots program by collecting new and unwrapped toys for children this year. The Toys for Tots program, now in its 8th year in the CNMI, has partnered with the Saipan Chamber of Commerce, Lady Diane Tours Foundation, and the Associated Students of NMC to make this holiday season a time to remember for kids and teens throughout the Commonwealth. You may drop off your new and unwrapped toys today through December 10th at any of the 30 businesses who are currently participating in our campaign throughout Saipan, the Lady Diane Tours Foundation, Commonwealth Bureau of Military Affairs, and CNMI Women's Affairs offices. We kindly ask that when purchasing this year, to please remember gifts for older children and young teenagers. On behalf of the United States Marine Corps and the KUAM Care Force, we thank you for coming together and sharing the spirit of the season.
There's epic, then there's ultra epic. Capture life in vivid resolution with Galaxy's most advanced camera system and the built-in S Pen that puts you in control. Every moment, every angle, from sunrise to sundown and beyond. More striking, more stunning than ever. Find the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra at your nearest iTunes store or online at ite.net and change the way you work and play.
All right, everybody, we want to tell you once again how you can meet Santa Claus. Santa Claus! On Black Friday. Jolly old Saint Nick needs your help filling up his trusty sleigh. I'm looking at the sleigh right now, and one of his very, very old elves, his elf Peter, put that together. It's really, really cool. And Santa needs your help to fill the sleigh for those in need before Giving Tuesday comes around. So, on Friday, between 10 a.m. and noon on Friday, stop by the KUAM studios in Harmon. We're across the street from Costureless, and you can drop off new toys and food and meet Santa in person. You can definitely take selfies, share your Christmas wish list, and get on the nice list with your generosity. That is going to be super, super cool. All right, now tomorrow is a day where we all gather and give thanks, but we should never forget, of course, to celebrate safely.
Thanksgiving is a time to gather with friends and family to enjoy a delicious meal together. With so much to look forward to and lots to prepare, safety can sometimes take a back seat in Thanksgiving planning. To ensure a safe holiday for you and your loved ones, the Guam Fire Department offers some safety tips. First off, before you start cooking, ensure your oven, burners, and stovetop are clear of grease and food buildup. And always keep the kitchen floor clear of spills and other tripping hazards. GFD spokesperson Nick Garrido.
So stay in the kitchen when you are cooking. Always keep an eye on the food. Whatever it is you may be cooking, especially when it's on stovetop.
Unattended cooking is a leading cause of cooking fires. Also, stay close to all cooking appliances while in use. If you have a turkey in the oven,
We want to make sure that we have a timer set. We never want to leave the home as we're never sure of what could possibly happen.
also flammables like pot holders, dish towels, napkins, food packaging, and kitchen utensils can quickly catch fire on a hot stovetop. Keep all flammable items clear of open flames and hot surfaces. Many kids enjoy being part of Thanksgiving preparations, but it's important to set boundaries and watch children closely. Keep kids at least 3 feet away from the stove and any hot food or liquids that can cause serious burns.
Any type of sharp objects, knives, electrical cords, that could be a hazard to our children. Also be mindful of things on the floor and on the ground, so that way we can also keep the children safe as well.
Turkey fryers can be very dangerous and have the potential to start a massive fire from the hot oil used in the process. If you do opt for a deep-fried turkey this year, leave it to the professionals. Consider purchasing one from a trusted local vendor rather than deep-frying it yourself. And make sure your smoke detectors work. Push the test button on all smoke alarms in your home to ensure they're working properly. Take a breather and remind yourself what the holidays are truly about, and know that nothing is more important than having a safe holiday this year.
All right, well, with Thanksgiving just about a day away, federal health officials are ramping up efforts to get more people boosted against COVID in an effort to prevent another surge.
Federal health officials announced a 6-week sprint to get as many Americans as possible vaccinated with the updated COVID-19 boosters before the end of the year.
The best way to save lives this holiday season is to ensure that all Americans, particularly seniors, get their updated COVID vaccine and their flu vaccine.
The push comes as the U.S. deals with high levels of influenza, as well as the respiratory illness RSV. The White House says 35 million Americans have received the updated shot so far, including 16 million seniors. The updated boosters contain a component that targets the Omicron BA4 and 5 variants.
If in fact you are vaccinated and boosted compared to an unvaccinated person, there's a 14 times lower risk of dying in the most recent BA4-5 era.
Tuesday's briefing marked Dr. Fauci's last time at the White House podium. Next month, he steps down as President Biden's chief medical advisor and the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases.
Our country is stronger and healthier because of his leadership.
During his long career, the Brooklyn native advised 7 presidents, helping lead the federal response to many public health challenges, including HIV/AIDS.
Every day for all of those years, I've given it everything that I have, and I've never left anything on the field.
But his leadership on COVID led to sharp criticism from many Republicans, and House GOP leaders have promised to investigate. The infectious disease expert says he will absolutely cooperate with congressional hearings, saying he has nothing to hide.
All right, my friends, with that, we have no more show because you know what? We're a business here on Guam, and like many businesses, like many schools, like many organizations, we have our Thanksgiving party too, but we are doing our part. We're making sure that we all gather as a KUAM family and we celebrate, but we're still being safe. We're wearing our masks, we're washing our hands, and we're doing what we can to prevent that surge, just like that story told you about. So with that, we ask that you and your friends continue to do the same and be safe. And from our family to yours, we wish you a very, very happy Thanksgiving. I will see you on Monday. That's right, because Friday is the hub. So we got some more stuff coming up later on in the week. Enjoy the football games, enjoy the food, and please be safe. See you next time.